The end of 2021 saw many celebrations and promises to turn over a new leaf. However, parts of government now seem to be in a rush to put things behind them, sometimes it seems, without thinking things through properly. Notably, the Government Digital Service has released its new 2022 Style Guide for Civil Servants. This contains a number of ludicrous suggestions and elements of nitpicking, but the instruction to avoid using the term Brexit, apart from in a historical context, is frankly baffling. Not only does this civil service style guide which originates from within the Cabinet Office, headed by the Prime Minister, show a distinct failure to comprehend the scale of Brexit and the current political environment, but it also gives those within the civil service who have spent years as Remainers resenting Brexit and pushing back against its implementation, a free pass to continue ignoring the issue. In what way will the PM, and the rest of the government, be able to convince civil servants of the need for radical policy ideas to fully implement Brexit, if these same civil servants are being told Brexit is already a historical event? What makes this apparent desire to ignore Brexit somehow even worse, is the fact it's not even a surprise anymore. Even as far back as the start of 2020, with his fresh 80-seat majority, Boris Johnson had already reportedly banned the use of the word Brexit inside Number 10 before we had even got a final trade deal with the EU. All this seems to tell the public is that Boris appears somehow ashamed of Brexit. If he is then it's no wonder civil servants continue to beat around the bush when it comes to delivering on the EU referendum. The mentality held by some about Brexit being only a historical event, is at the heart of why the Prime Minister continually fails to deliver on the opportunities our exit from the European Union was supposed to create. You cannot get Brexit done properly if you refuse to use the word Brexit, or accept the job will not be done for years to come. Brexit is not a switch to be flicked on and off and then ignored. It will take years to change the swathes of legislation and regulations which have been imposed on us throughout our decades of EU membership. However, acting as if nothing more needs to be done now is frankly ridiculous, and more importantly, dangerous. If this is really about not offending some of these civil servants by placating their Remainer beliefs and not making them think about Brexit, then we evidently need a serious change in the civil service to bring in some responsible adults who can actually do their jobs effectively. How on earth can the job be done properly, by a large majority of civil servants who do not believe in the benefits Brexit can do for our country? Ever since Boris Johnson's election victory in 2019, it seems the PM has been trying to hide away from a real Brexit and pretend that simply exiting the political structures of the European Union is enough to complete the job. Consider why. Is it because Boris never really believed in Brexit in the first place? Is it because since we won the EU referendum and voted to leave the EU, has Boris had second thoughts, but still wants to cling on as Prime Minister? or is it perhaps that Boris's vision has been turned by other influences - perhaps by the well-documented views of his now wife, Carrie Johnson? The COVID-19 pandemic has been a necessary focus of the government for the past 2 years. However, we cannot forget Brexit has created an improved response to the pandemic throughout the world with our remarkable vaccine rollout. What's more, Brexit will potentially allow the UK economy to recover faster following the pandemic, but only if opportunities for reform of EU legislation we temporarily took on board in January 2021 are taken. Those who continually drag Partygate into focus only want to ensure the PM's focus will be further away from Brexit - and the many other vital issues affecting the public at this crucial time. They have no regard for the reality of people who worked in close proximity in a government bubble for long hours within the cramped offices of Downing Street, allowing the country to keep on running, as well as having some time to relax with colleagues whom they saw every single day. Would they have preferred Boris, who had only just recovered from COVID-19 himself, just shut the whole country down - including government - during the pandemic, ignoring the needs of a relatively small group of people in Downing Street to keep on working and having breaks from time to time? Regardless of attempts to distract attention, Boris must now concentrate on the future of Brexit Britain if he is to stand the chance of actually delivering on the promises he made to the great British public over cuts to VAT, ending the role of the European Court of Justice, and cutting away restrictive EU red tape. This is the only way Boris can ensure his position. If the Prime Minister really wants to get Brexit done properly, and for this to become part of his legacy - then he must dig his head out of the sand and fight to show those working beneath him - as well as the public - he understands Brexit is not yet complete. JAYNE Adye is the director of Get Britain Out,